I stayed inside all morning because the weather report and the weather radar were saying it was supposed to be raining. But so far it's almost noon and we've only had a few sprinkles, light sprinkles. Now that I decided to do that, we went from a light sprinkle to a heavy sprinkle. We'll see what happens. Either we'll get rained out or we won't. Today we have a really nice incense cedar log on the mill. It's solid on both ends, should make some really nice boards. Today I'm mainly going to be cutting 2x6s, see what we can get done before the storm gets here. I can tell it's snowing up on the mountain there. That mountain over there, not Sawdust Mountain. I'm starting to think the Sawdust Mountain may be overrated. It shades the snow on the sawmill side, so it doesn't melt over here as fast. I have snow where I'm supposed to be having sawdust building up. We'll worry about that another day. Let's see how much milling we can do before the storm gets here. I've been on such a good streak without hitting my log stops for a long time. That was almost a disaster. That could have been one of the worst log stop hits ever, but I caught it just in time. Now we went from a light sprinkle to a heavy sprinkle to, we're actually getting into rain now. I'm going to cover up the mill and call it quits until we get a break in the rain. It's the next day. It's a good thing we stopped yesterday when we did. We ended up getting over an inch of rain yesterday afternoon and last night. Now we're back to this white stuff, except now it's turned to rain again. We have dripping snow dripping out of the trees. It's just a wet, sloppy day. Not a good day for milling. We'll come back this afternoon and see if conditions have improved. Now it's a few hours later, and what a difference that makes. Let's see if we can at least finish up this log. We'll see what happened underneath this slab where I had to stop to avert the log stop disaster. We have a little bit of a line here where we stopped the blade. I put some water on there, show you how nice that incense cedar looks. Just like Steve over at the MSD Making Sawdust channel said, how was it you said that? The job ain't done until you do the water test. On that note, let's see if we can at least get this log done before the weather starts doing something crazy. Earlier in the video, I tried to put an action camera on the sawmill. Well, actually I did put one on. I made a magnetic mount for it, but it doesn't like the vibration. I need to come up with a way to isolate the vibration so I can get you some good blade shots. Also figure out how to get rid of the fish-eyed lens look. Whoops. I missed. This is why some guys are putting laser lights on their mills. This is what I call a toe board miscalculation. Let's try this again. Okay, I got one slice done. Now it's starting to rain and hail. Maybe if we just ignore it, it'll go away. First, we'll at least cover this mistake up. You never saw it, it never happened. Does anybody have any need for a tapered piece of cedar? Well, if you do, I'll put it over here. I covered up that mistake just in time. I'm trying to ignore the rain and hail, but it's only getting harder. Maybe if I try ignoring it even harder. Let's do another cut. How's that for some tension? Well, we got 2 cuts before the rain started. Okay, 3 cuts, but 1 didn't count. This rain's getting ridiculous. I'm out of here. Okay, it's the next day. What a difference a day makes. This is stuck on here. The sawdust is stuck on here for some reason. Oh, it's frozen. Duh. I didn't realize it was that cold. This last board we cut yesterday, the wonky one, it's frozen to the cant. There we go. At the rate we've been going, we might have this one log done sometime next week. Sawdust is all frozen on there. I like to knock the sawdust off first before I flip it over, so it'll fit nice and flat on, so it will sit nice and flat on the bed. On this second cap cut, I think I started a little high on it. I'm going to see if I can squeeze another board out of it. In the middle of March, it doesn't take long for a cold morning to turn into a not as cold morning in the sun. But can you believe it? We actually finished this log. We got 4 2x6s, a 1x6, 2 1x4s, and a really heavily bowed 2x4. If anybody wants to build a cedar rocking chair, I have your board. The rest of these are very good quality. Let's do the water test. It took us 3 days, but those turned out really nice. 3 days later, I think this video is going long. We'll cut it off here. See you on the next video.